Deuteronomy 16, verse 18.
Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 18.
Come on.
Judges and officers
Judges and officers. Come on.
shall thou make thee at all thy gates,
Shall I make thee in all thy gates? Come on.
which the Lord thy God giveth thee
Read.
throughout thy tribes, and they shall judge the people with just judgment.
You see that? So when it's talks up, when Jeremiah speaks about the gates thereof language, it referring to the leaders of Israel, such as the judges and officers. And I go back to Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2 again.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2.
Come on.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Meaning that the leadership is broken, is poor, is out of whack. Come on.
They are black.
They are what?
They are black.
Judah is what?
They are black.
Judah is black, like King Solomon, like Jeremiah the prophet, and like Job, who described his skin as being black. Come on.
Unto the ground.
Meaning different shades of brown. Come on.
And the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
You see that? Drop that. Give me the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, and verse 1. The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, and verse 1. Lamentations, chapter 4, and verse 1.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 1.
Read.
How is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed?
Come on.
The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street.
Here it comes. Come on.
The precious sons of Zion.
The what?
The precious sons of Zion.
Let you know who God's speaking about. The precious sons of Zion, which are the Israelites. Come on.
Comparable to fine gold.
So God compared the sons of Zion, the Israelite men, to fine gold. Come on.
How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers,
Come on.
the works of the hand of the potter?
Drop down to verse 8. This is going to the appearance of the sons of Zion. Come on.
Verse 8.
Read.
The visage.
Their what?
Their visage.
Their visage, meaning what? What they look like. Their appearance. Their image. Come on.
Their visage is blacker than a coal.
So the Lord says that the sons of Zion, which is the context of the people that he's speaking to, their visage is what?
Blacker than gold.
Blacker than a coal. Now coal is very dark. Very dark. So the Most High is comparing his people to coal, the color of coal, which is black, like King Solomon, like Jeremiah, like Job, that we just read earlier. Come on.
They are not known in the streets.
Come on.
Their skin cleaveth to their bones.
Read.
It is withered. It is become like a stick.
Referring to the famine that they had during that time. Skip over to chapter 5, verse 10. Same book.
Lamentations chapter 5, verse 10.
Still speaking about the sons of Zion, the Israelites. Come on.
Our skin was black like an oven.
Now this one is more detailed. Lord say what?
Our skin was black like an oven.
So the Lord through Jeremiah, who is the author of Lamentations, said our skin was black like an oven. An oven is dark, black. Just like Job described his skin in Job chapter 30, verse 30, his skin was black. Read one more time.
Our skin was black like an oven.
Come on.
Because of the terrible famine.
You see that? So, like, for example, our people, when we don't eat nutritious foods, our skin becomes darker because of lack of food, lack of nutrition. All right, from there, drop that. Give me the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 7. Amos, chapter 9, verse 7. Still dealing with the color of the Israelites. Amos, chapter 9, and verse 7.
Amos chapter 9, verse 7.
Come on.
Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians unto me?
Come on.
O children of Israel?
Oh, children of who?
O children of Israel?
So the Most High, he's comparing the children of Ethiopia to the children of Israel. Now the children of Ethiopians are dark skinned. They're extremely dark. Read that again.
Are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me,
Come on.
O children of Israel?
O children of Israel. Come on.
Saith the Lord.
Saith the Lord. Come on.
Have not I brought you up out of the land of Egypt, and the Philistines from Cactar, and the Syrians from Ker?
All right, stop. Now check this out. Now this is the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. I'm gonna hold it up. I know it's kind of old and wrinkly, but this is the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, and scholars, so-called white scholars, put this thing together as a reference. And on the back of the book, at the bottom, it says "Idea for laypersons, students, teachers, and pastors." So I'm gonna let Elder read the definition of Ham, because the Ethiopians that we read about in Amos chapter 9, verse 7, descend from Ham, which is one of the sons of Noah. But he compares the Ethiopians unto the children of Israel. Read what you got about Ham.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
Please say, perhaps. Read it again.
Ham, perhaps hot.
So this is Ham, which is the one of the sons of Noah, and the word Ham means perhaps hot. Come on.
The youngest son of Noah,
Come on.
born probably about 96 years before the flood,
And you can read about that in the book of Genesis. Come on.
and one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
Come on.
He became the progenitor.
He became the what?
He became the progenitor
Now the word progenitor means the father or the forefather of. Come on.
of the dark races.
So Ham became the father of the dark races. Come on.
Not the Negro.
Not what?
Not the Negro.
Not what?
Not the Negro.
So Ham is the father of the dark races, but he's not the father of the dark race called Negroes. Now, in order for the scholars to put that in the Bible dictionary, they know something. They know that the so-called Negroes don't descend from Ham. We descend from Shem, which is Ham's brother. Read that again.
He became the progenitor
The forefather.
of the dark races,
Come on.
not the Negroes.
But he's not the father of the so-called Negroes. Meaning what? The so-called Negroes are not African. Because the real Africans today are the descendants of Ham, but not the Negroes. Come on.
But the Egyptians,
But he's the father of the dark race called the Egyptians. Come on.
Ethiopians,
And he's the father of the dark race called Ethiopians. Come on.
Libyans,
And he's the father of the dark race called Libyans. Come on.
and Canaanites.
And he's also the father of the dark race called Canaanites. So in order for the scholars to put this in the Bible, put this in the dictionary, the Bible dictionary, they know that the so-called Negro, the so-called black man today is not African. He's not a Hamite. He descends from Ham's brother, which is Shem. All right. Now go back to Amos chapter 9, verse 7.
Amos chapter 9, verse 7.
Come on.
Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians unto me,
Come on.
O children of Israel?
O children of Israel. Now remember, he's comparing the Ethiopians, which are the sons of Ham, to his people, the children of Israel. Meaning what? That the children of Israel look similar to the children of the Ethiopians, which are Hamites. They look similar. Come on.
Saith the Lord.
Meaning that the children of Israel are a black race of people or a dark race of people. Come on.
Have not I brought you up out of the land of Egypt,
Come on.
and the Philistines from Cactar,
Come on.
and the Syrians from Ker?
And the Syrians from Ker. Drop that. Give me the book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 7. Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7. Here's more proof that the Egyptians, which is a dark race of people that descend from Ham, are different from Israel, which is a dark race.
Exodus chapter 11, verse 7.
Come on.
But against any of the children of Israel
Read.
shall not a dog move his tongue.
Referring to man. Come on.
Against man or beast,
Read.
that ye may know
Come on.
how the Lord doeth put a difference.
Put a what?
Put a difference.
Put a difference, meaning what? They're not the same. Come on.
Between the Egyptians
Which are a dark race people which descend from Ham. Come on.
and Israel.
And who?
And Israel.
And Israel, which is a dark race that descend from Shem, which is Shem's brother Ham. Read that one more time.
Verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel
Come on.
shall not a dog move his tongue.
Read.
Against man or beast,
Come on.
that ye may know
Come on.
how the Lord doeth put a difference
Meaning they're not the same.
between the Egyptians
Which is a dark race that descends from Ham. Come on.
and Israel.
And Israel, which is a dark race also, which descend from Shem, which is Ham's brother. All right, from there, about that. Give me the book of Acts chapter 13, verse 1. Now we're going to the New Testament. Acts chapter 13, verse 1.
Acts chapter 13, verse 1. Now there was in the church that was at Antioch
At Antioch, come on.
certain prophets and teachers,
Certain prophets and teachers. Come on.
as Barnabas,
Read.
Simeon,
Come on.
that was called Niger,
That was called what?
Niger,
That was called Niger. Come on.
and Lucius of Cyrene, and Manin,
Come on.
which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul.
All right. So it says that in verse 1. Read verse 1 again.
Verse 1. Now there was in the church that was at Antioch
Come on.
certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon,
So Simeon and Barnabas was certain prophets in Antioch. Come on.
that was called Niger.
That was called Niger. Now we're going to go to the Zumri Bible Dictionary as a reference to identify what Niger means. Check this out.
Niger, black,
What?
black.
So Niger means black. In other words, Simeon and Barnabas was called Niger. They were called black. Read again.
Niger,
Read.
black.
Come on.
A surname of Simeon,
It was a surname of Simeon that we just read in Acts chapter 13 out of the Holy Bible. Come on.
one of the 5 prophets and teachers
One of the 5 prophets and teachers. Come on.
of the church at Antioch,
That we just read in Acts 13. Come on.
who was led of the Lord to send forth Paul and Barnabas
Read.
on the first missionary journey.
You see that? So so Barnabas and Simeon were called Niger, which means black. Just like Jeremiah said he was black. King Solomon says he was black. And Job said his skin was black. So-called black people in the Bible. These were Israelite men. Let you know that the Israelites are the black people. All right, from there, drop back. Give me the book of Acts chapter 21, verse 37. Acts, the 21st chapter, verse 37. And once again, this is just to point out biblical facts regarding who the so-called Negro and so-called African Americans are today. Because we lost our identity during slavery, during the transatlantic slave trade.
Acts chapter 21, verse 37.
Come on, now this is dealing with Paul.
And as Paul was to be led into the council,
Read.
he said unto the chief captain, May I speak unto thee?
Come on.
Who said, Canst thou speak Greek?
He said, can thou speak Greek? Come on.
Art not thou that Egyptian?
Do what?
Art not thou that Egyptian?
So this chief captain asked Paul, are you not that Egyptian? Now, why would he ask that question if Paul was supposedly, according to Christianity, supposed to be Caucasian? Because we just read in the Bible dictionary that the Egyptians are a race of black people or dark people descend from Ham. Read again from the top.
Art not thou that Egyptian,
Come on.
which before these days madest an uproar,
Come on.
and leddest out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers?
Come on.
But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew.
Which am a what?
Which am a Jew.
Let you know that Paul was a black man. He was a Jew. And we just read the color of the Jews in Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth in the gates thereof language. They are black unto the ground. Come on.
A Jew of Tarsus, a city in Sicilia,
Come on.
a citizen of no mean city,
Read.
which I beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people.
Unto the people. Drop that. Give me the book of Romans chapter 11, verse 1. Romans chapter 11, verse 1. This is going to Paul's genealogy. Paul was an Israelite. If he walked the earth today, he'd be a so-called black man.
Romans chapter 11, verse 1.
Come on.
I say then, hath God cast away his people?
Have God cast away his people? This is Paul speaking to the Israelites in Rome, being called Romans. When you read in chapter 1. Come on.
God forbid.
God forbid. Come on.
For I also am Israelite.
For I what?
For I also am an Israelite.
For I also am an Israelite. So Paul names his nationality, that he's an Israelite. Come on.
Of the seed of Abraham.
From the bloodline of Abraham, our great forefather. Come on.
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
From the family line of Benjamin, which is one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Read again. From the top.
Romans chapter 11, verse 1.
Come on.
I say then, hath God cast away his people?
Read.
God forbid.
God forbid, meaning no. Come on.
For I also am an Israelite.
He's an Israelite. Come on.
Of the seed of Abraham.
Read.
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
Of the tribe of Benjamin. So yes, Paul is an Israelite. Drop that. Give me the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 22. Here's more proof that Paul names his nationality. 2 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 22.
2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 22.
So this is Paul speaking to the Israelites in Corinth, being called Corinthians. Come on.
Are they Hebrews?
Are they what?
Are they Hebrews?
Are they Hebrews? Come on.
So am I.
What?
So am I.
So Paul was a Hebrew. Read.
Are they Israelites?
Are they Israelites? Come on.
So am I.
So am I. So Paul, once again, making it known that he's an Israelite and a Hebrew. Because Hebrew was the language that they spoke. Come on.
Are they the seed of Abraham?
Are they, the Israelites, the Hebrews, the seed or the children of Abraham? Come on.
So am I.
So am I. You see that? Drop that. Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13.
Come on.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So this is the conclusion of the whole matter of what we're supposed to do on the face of the earth. Come on.
Fear God.
Fear God, the Most High. Come on.
And keep his commandments.
And keep his commandments. Come on.
For this is the whole duty of man.
This is the sole purpose of living on the earth, is to fear God and keep his commandments. Come on.
For God shall bring every work into judgment.
Read.
With every secret thing.
Come on.
Whether it be good.
Come on.
Or whether it be evil.
Or whether it be evil. We pray that you got something out this lesson. And with that, we give all praises to the Most High in the name of his Son, Jesus the Christ. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And until next time, we say shalom.
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 Shalom.